Hey guys, welcome back to DTT. It's your boy Gigs,
Ismail.
Mustafa.
and we're back today with another banger. Today, we're here to talk about good old friendship. How you guys doing? You good?
Hey, great.
How's your week? How's your
Can't
week
complain,
been, you know?
man. It's been great. It's been great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about you?
It's not too shabby, man. Good
Yeah?
start.
Yeah?
Good start.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Well,
What about you?
You know me. Same old, living
Same old,
life.
same old?
You know,
Yeah.
giving thanks to God, you know.
Yeah.
Connecting with friends.
Connecting with friends, you know.
Uh,
Speaking of friends, you
Yeah.
know, friendship.
Okay, that's the topic for today.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's break it down.
You remember when we used to be like younger? Did
Yeah.
you guys have the
pinky,
pinky friendship?
Yeah.
That's how you become friends, man.
Yeah,
You're
but
like,
Pinky friendship?
yeah, you're
Yeah.
my friend. Yeah,
and then
we're
now you're
friends.
best friends for life. Some
That's
people
it.
do bracelets.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Some people do like
I
matching
don't think I lived that
t-shirts.
life, man. That's
I mean,
something.
I didn't either,
Well,
but I
we're
saw
in
it on
DTT.
TV.
You know, we gotta get deep. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay, first guys, I'm gonna give you what Google says is the definition of friendship,
All right.
and then you guys let me know whether you agree with it or if you think, you know, it needs more to it. All right. All right. So according to Google, yeah, friendship. Friendship is a close relationship between two or more people who care and support each other. All right.
Okay.
It is built on trust, honesty, and mutual respect. Friends tend to have things in common,
Yeah.
like sports or academics or religion,
Just different interests.
different things that bring them together. So,
Mhm.
what do you guys think?
Yeah, I think pretty much sums it up. I don't want to be boring, but yeah, that was a pretty good in-depth.
That was a pretty
Nah,
good
come on.
definition, would say.
I need you guys to
No,
give
no,
me your
no,
own
no.
definition.
Uh,
Come on,
We'll
nah.
go deep. We'll go deep, of
Yeah.
course. But I think for what Google has given,
Mhm.
it's a pretty.
Yeah,
definition.
it's people who support each other
Yeah.
in times of need and in times of good.
Mhm.
And yeah, people who have interests, shared interests,
Mhm.
and connect through those interests.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much sums up what Google said.
Now, guys, we're about to shake things up here at DTT.
All right.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah, let's shake up. Let's shake up.
Would you consider us friends?
Of course.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Why?
The way you guys just said that, like, yeah, sure,
Why?
right?
You don't think we're friends?
No, I think we're friends.
Yeah, then.
Nah, but the way
No,
the
no,
way you
yeah,
said
this guy's
that,
voice,
nah,
bro.
the way you said that was like crazy. You know?
How's that crazy though?
No, not crazy, but like he's like, okay, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh,
It's
it's
like
like
a-
nonchalant about
Yeah,
it.
yeah, you know, he was like, I guess.
I guess.
Yeah, that's the way it
hey,
came off. Are we
we're
friends?
friends. No.
Are we friends? We're friends? No, but honestly, yeah. Okay, friendship. So, what exactly? Okay, let's take you two for example, because I feel like you guys have known each other longer than you've known me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how did you both become friends?
Basically, well, we played soccer together, and then we
Yeah.
met through that. You know, we talked about stuff. We found more common interests,
Mhm.
Religion.
points of view, morals, values, whatever it might be.
Right.
Deep talks.
And yeah, deep talks,
Right.
DTT.
Right.
Yeah, that's where we are now.
Yeah.
Same thing with you. You know,
Mhm.
soccer
Yeah.
interests, soccer more,
Mhm.
That's
and
what I
then
would
deep talks.
And
Here we are.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, would you guys say that our friendship is built on just the fact that we have things that we like in common, or is it much deeper than that? Or
Look, I don't think everyone's relationship with a certain person is different, right?
true?
Some people might have a closer relationship than others.
Yes.
It's not about time. It's just about the level of depth that they've reached in their relationship.
Mhm.
You know, it's what they talk about. Is that something that brings them closer? You know,
Mhm.
connects them
Yeah.
even more,
Mhm.
or whether it's just interest that they love or so passionate about that they enjoy doing together. But I feel like you know the basic friendship, you know, like model
Mhm.
is two people meet through interests,
Mhm.
find
Common
good
ground.
like companionship
Yeah.
when they're you know together,
Yeah.
and through that they build deeper and deeper connection
Mhm.
through stuff they like,
Mhm.
stuff they've been through together.
Mhm.
But I feel like we don't see it like that as much as we used to. I feel like now friendships is more for just the benefit of oneself, and it's very hard to find
Genuine.
genuine connections.
Do you care to elaborate on that?
I think well. I
Or
can
do-
go
would
on
you-
and on.
would
I
you-
can
would
go
you-
on and
Actually,
on. Let's
get your
I'll come
point
back
of
to
view.
it.
What do you think?
Okay, so I mean, I think friendship has something to do with time. I think
Mhm.
With time, friendship grows. But
Mhm.
also depends on what you said, circumstances, because you know you can build close relationships and friendships with depending on how much time it is.
Mhm.
So I'll give an example. When I was in Michigan, you know, I became friends with people and we became close. What would usually take like a year to get to know these people,
Mhm.
only 2-3 weeks.
Wow.
And we were that close, and I was like, it felt a little odd because it was like, is it too fast?
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of goes to show that friendship can develop depending on time.
Okay, do you think that depends on time, or do you think that depends on enclosure? What I mean by enclosure is, for example, let's say right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people in this room, yeah? Just pause, right? But if we're all, I don't know why I said pause. Anyways, let's say for example we're all in a house, like there's this show called Locked In, or like Big Brother, or whatever show you wanna put, where they have like a bunch of people and they just put them in the house, right? And they're like, okay, you have 2 weeks in this place, you don't have any connection with the outside world or anything like that. Do you think that more drives people to become friends, or is it like a time, or
I think it's a choice.
I think really. I think it's it tries to grow friendships in an inorganic way, where people, instead of finding themselves get closer to each other, they find themselves further away from each other. And look, you've seen in those shows, you know, there's always a lot of fighting and drama,
that is true.
and not even that. In personal life, you'd have friends that maybe the situation does not help that friendship, therefore problems tend to arise.
Right, yeah.
And yeah, I think it's look, friendship should be something that's so organic, you know.
Natural.
How did we meet? We didn't meet through wanting to meet each other.
Yeah,
we played
yes.
soccer together. Oh hey,
Yeah.
and now we're DTT, bro.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes, yes.
so
Wouldn't you say
organic.
that takes time though?
Not necessarily. I mean, look,
You don't think so? Because look at this.
majority
You
of
started
the,
off at the rec playing
Yeah,
soccer
yeah.
together, right?
Shout out to Ray.
Now the first time you guys met, you guys didn't just go out and hang out and all this, but it took meeting each other a second time, a third time, a fourth time. Then maybe the fifth time you guys decided, oh, let's actually have a conversation. You guys felt, oh, that's a nice deep connection here. Then all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I want to see this person again. Let me hit him up. Or sometimes you're thinking about seeing the person, but then you naturally end up seeing them again. Then you have another conversation. Then the next day you're like, yeah, remember he said this thing that time. And then with time it gets closer. Then you learn more, and then it forms that relationship.
look, there's people in this world that I've seen more than you guys. Yeah, I don't have the same connection with. You know, I've known for a very long time.
Interesting.
It's also the type of friend they are. Some friends, it's just
Lifetime.
they're not people who are willing to connect as much as you guys would with me. And I feel like me, as a person who loves to connect with people in a deeper manner, you guys are like complementary, you know, in that sense. But I've had friends who literally just, oh yeah, talk about this, soccer, whatever, and then we go on about our day. You know, if I try to talk about something deeper, it always, you know,
Aggressively.
yeah.
Okay. Now, what do you think about that?
No, I think he makes a good point. I think he makes a good point.
I think it's a compliment. Like we complement each other.
Compliment each other. Okay, now I have a question. So let's say, for example, there's someone out there that's a loner. Obviously, there's nothing wrong with being a loner, or you know, being by yourself or whatever. You know, because I think the best friend you can have is yourself. That's what I think. You know, because at the end of the day, people come and go, situations change, or things happen and whatever. But you know, obviously, we pray to God for health and you know, long life and all of that, with love and guidance, of course. But you know, things happen, right? What do you think is the ingredient, the key ingredients or key things to have like a lifetime long friendship with people?
Okay, I'd say is unselfishness. So being selfless. Because I don't even think in any relationship you have with anybody and anything, there's always a small element of selfishness that most people have. That's why, as you guys described, in those TV reality shows, they get into fights and all that. Because it's always me. This person made me feel this way. This person did this to me. Me. But if there's an element of selflessness, you'll be able to acknowledge that somebody has done something to you, but you'll also be able to acknowledge, okay, did I do something to them?
Okay.
So it keeps you open-minded as well.
Accountability.
And I think that's what keeps a friendship as well, along with, meeting up all the time and making the choice. I think it has a lot to do with choice as well, because you can choose to hang out with people sometimes,
Yeah.
right? But if you don't, then that relationship doesn't really happen, no?
Yeah, to add to that, a lot of my older friends, people
Yeah.
like not older as in relationship wise,
Age-
age wise,
Age-wise,
they're
okay.
older than me.
Yeah.
They find it harder to, keep up with their friends only because they're caught up with stuff, marriage, family, work, stuff like that, where you used to see your friends almost every day in college or high school or whatever it might be, but now you see them once a month, and that's
Yeah, that's a lot.
yeah, some people they can't see each other for a very long time, like I said, because you get caught up into stuff. But you just have to put that effort in. Try to make the time, and if you try to make the time, you can always keep those friendships alive.
Yeah.
Which is something that like a lot of us like struggle with,
Mm-hmm.
because we've always been used to having friends that we see all the time. We don't have to make the time for. Throughout school, you see your friends every single day.
Right.
Even when you're off a couple days, you come back to school and you see them. Same thing with high school, college. But once you are in,
Separate
life,
paths. Yeah.
it's very hard to see them.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So how would you recommend for someone to get that, like, so they're going on two different paths, right? Like work, better to be work, school, whatever. How would you, like someone that is like, okay, I want to hang out with my friends so much, but it's been a while. How would you tell them, okay, this is what you should do in order for you to, you can still be on separate paths, but still like
Come back together.
keep that friendship like flame alive.
Initiate, man.
Yeah.
I think that's it, bro.
Accountability too.
No, accountability is good, but I'm talking about keeping the friendship alive is to initiate. Because believe it or not, most people are afraid of making the first move when it comes to hanging out, when it comes to making plans. But what I've heard is that most people are always willing to accept.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, actually, something very cool happened to me recently. Literally last week.
Yeah.
I had a friend who I haven't seen in over 10 years.
Jeez.
Since 6th grade.
Oh, wow.
And, in the past 10 years, we've talked maybe 4 or 5 conversations, which is, pretty far stretched out.
Yeah.
And, we've always if I have a story posted on Instagram, he'd do something, he'd like
it.
say something back, like respect or whatever it might be. And I would do the same thing.
Right.
And we had such a nice conversation that, he was telling me a lot of the other friends that he would still see, because I left, I came to a different country. They stayed together as a friend group, but he wouldn't talk to them as much, and he didn't find that respect as much as he did with me, only because I've always, shown
Kept in
him,
touch.
and even though it's not too much, every now and then, but he's appreciated it so much, and I've done the same. That we had a great conversation literally this weekend.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
That's beautiful.
It makes what friendships it makes the effort that you put into friendships actually pays off. Yes.
Wow.
I've never
Shout out Hamza.
Shout out Hamza. Maybe you could come on DTT and let us know.
Yeah.
Be a
He's
little
in
special
England,
app,
but it's gonna.
Hey, you know what I was thinking actually for a DTT app? Not to go out of bounds or anything. I was thinking we could every now and then take a trip to a different city or something like that and have a little DTT app.
We'll talk to the manager about it.
Yeah.
The budgeting.
Hey.
Manager.
Budgeting.
Also DTT.
Sponsor us.
Chick-fil-A? You guys like Chick-fil-A?
AIG, Nike, whatever it might be, bro. Just sponsor
Listen,
us.
Nike. Hey, United. Let us know. Real Madrid, we're here. We don't care about Barcelona. Nobody cares about Barcelona. Nobody cares about Barcelona. Lara.
Can't believe
they're over
talking
there.
right now.
But anyways, friendships is things that, if you put in the effort in, I think it could be beautiful.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you guys have heard the saying that the people that you surround yourself with can determine your fall or your rise. So if you have the right friends, you will rise together. But if you have the wrong friends, everything crashes and burns. So how do you think you should pick the right friends? How do you get to pick the right friends?
You have to have.
Like for example.
Ish has a lot more experience in this than me.
No.
How do you pick out the right friend?
Yeah, how do you? Okay,
How?
wait. First, do you think we're the right friends?
Yeah, of course. I think you guys
Do you think we're the right
are great
friends?
friends, man. Yes.
Yeah, obviously, of course. Come on, man.
Wow.
I was doing it for jokes. Come on.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Banter, bro.
How did you think that we were the right friends? Like, what is it about us that made you think that we're the right friends? And same for you.
I don't know. For me, the right friends just felt natural. You know what I mean? So it wasn't
Okay.
anything that felt forced.
Okay.
It wasn't a relationship that felt like, oh, you had to. It was one-sided. You know, just something that just happened,
Mhm.
and every single time there is an interaction, it just feels natural. There's no awkwardness. We're comfortable in silence with each other. We can talk about anything,
Yeah.
and the conversations are meaningful too.
Right.
We're not just talking about meaningless stuff.
Yeah.
What's going on in the world, parties,
Mhm.
this and that. We're talking about some
Real life
good stuff,
Yeah.
and you always want to be around that.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say. It just feels natural. It doesn't
Yeah.
feel forced.
Okay.
I guess now that you say that,
Mm.
you know, when you, I mean, I wasn't sure of my answer before,
Okay.
but now that he says something like that, you know, thinking back at it, having people who make you feel appreciated when you talk to them,
Mm-hmm.
something that you feel genuine is
Mhm.
probably what makes the right friend.
Okay, so right now in the studio right now, guys, I kid you not,
Studio.
we have friends behind the camera. We have some friends behind the camera, and I would like to ask each and every one of them. They're not gonna show faces, just voices. I'd like to ask each and every one of them what it is that they think that you can determine who is like a right friend. What do you think? First, we'll start off with our brother
Ramon.
Abel. Now we'll start off with Abel. Abel, come on. Abel, what do you think makes a right friend or a good friend?
I think a good friend would be somebody who's there and who isn't too judgmental, but also tells you when you're doing something wrong.
Yes,
That's a good one.
that's
I
good.
like that.
What would that be? Would you think that's called accountability, or would that be?
Yes, he's
Yeah.
nodding his head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What about you, brother Ramon?
Ramon.
Brother Ramon.
You're good,
Come
you're
on. Ramon, man. Listen. Go ahead, Ramon. Ramon, we're waiting on you. The fans are gonna show you. We're gonna show your face, Ramon. Ramon, come on.
See him.
See him. Go ahead.
Wait, repeat the question again.
I guess.
Repeat the question again.
Yeah.
Alright, the question is, what makes a right friend? What makes a good friend?
I feel like starting off, you need to have the same interests
Yeah.
Mm.
or like hobbies at least to begin with,
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like without those you can't really connect. And then after that, that's when the relationship could be more stronger and stuff like that.
Beautiful.
Do you think going on trips and stuff like that? Because we see you on Instagram and you're like,
You see that on Instagram.
you're very influential guy. Oh my god! I wish you guys could see like
The reactions,
The
bro.
reactions right now behind the camera is insane. But you go on trips and stuff like that. Do you think like social events or like taking trips together? Do you think that's a good way to like bond like with friends, or you gotta be like mad deep before you could do stuff like that? Pause. But it's
You don't need to
DTT.
say pause,
I'm
bro.
sorry, man.
Yeah, I feel like taking trips, with the bros is probably the best way to know somebody.
Yeah.
Because, things don't go like the right way every time.
Yeah, fair.
And then the way they handle the situations when
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
that person. Yeah.
Okay.
Like there were times where I was like, yeah, this nigga's annoying as fuck. But you get to know the person that way. Which is a good thing.
Right.
Yeah.
To add to that point, yes, like there's some circumstances that make or break a friendship.
Yeah.
But if it does make the friendship, it makes it in a
Great.
great way.
Mhm.
Living together with someone,
Mm.
having a business with someone, traveling with someone, having certain like situations where you really can't help the situation much,
Yeah.
and your friendship takes a toll.
Yeah.
But if you are able to, keep going at it and like get
Yeah.
on
Next
the other
step.
side of the
Yeah.
tunnel,
Yeah.
the relationship is a
Yeah.
different level.
Okay.
Honestly,
That's true.
yes.
Brother Ramon.
Yeah, this is
behind
the third
camera,
time,
What do
bro.
you
Yeah,
think?
Ramon.
Come on.
I think a good friendship, a good friend is someone who challenges you to be better every day.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
somebody who
That's a good one.
mentally challenges you and also just in every way, just makes you a better person. I think
Okay.
that's a good friend.
Okay. And now our manager, our lovely manager.
Manager.
Sometimes.
So what do you want to say?
I mean, you have to say
what do you
something
say?
now.
Just say like
Okay.
3 words.
Or I guess.
Okay, actually, this is gonna be like like everybody individual question. Yeah. Do you think would you consider yourself a good friend? Like if you didn't know you or like
No, I think the better question is, would you want to be friends with yourself?
that's what I was trying to get at. Would you want to be friends with yourself? Let's start off with you.
See, to answer the original question, do I think of myself as a good friend? I think everyone is a good friend to a certain person. You know, some people have great relationships with certain people,
Yeah.
but have horrible relationships with other people.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that the person is a bad friend. That just says that the friendship is a bad friendship.
Okay.
You know, but do I want to be a friend with myself? I feel like I'm a nice guy overall.
Yeah.
Like easygoing,
Mhm.
Yeah.
funny at times,
Yeah.
handsome, smart,
Very good looking.
Ooh,
what else?
confident. I like it. I like it.
humble.
Yeah. Humility is key.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think I would want to be friends with myself. Who don't want to be, friends with a good-looking
Look,
Nigerian guy?
Guys, we are in this room without our consent. This guy has us here.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
We don't want to be friends with this guy.
No. But I think I'd want to be friends with myself. What about you?
Yeah, I'd say I'd want to be friends with myself.
Yeah.
In the past, I probably would have said no, but
Would you
now
have
I
to-
would say yeah. I'd say I would want to be friends with myself.
Okay.
I think it's because of maturity, no?
You do mature. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think at different stages of your life, maybe there's a certain version of yourself
Mhm.
you wouldn't want to be friends with.
Right.
But then as you grow, then you're like, you know what? I like that version of me, and I'd be friend.
Alright,
to that one.
nice.
Okay, I like that. Okay, now guys, let's say for example you have a friendship, yeah,
Mhm.
and you've been friends for 10 years, and somewhere along the lines, situations arise or problems arise in a friendship. How would you, what do you think is the best way to go about handling a situation that arises?
Communication, man.
Okay,
You realize that people are not really or very good at communication. Something that's so simple, but
yet difficult.
yet difficult, man. Now I don't know why that is. I'm still trying to find the answer. Maybe it's because they don't want to be the first to admit something, which is what I was talking about,
Pride.
selfishness,
Yeah.
pride. Or maybe it's, I don't want to hurt this person's feelings, which obviously I think is good. But I think if somebody does wrong, you can let them know in a way where they don't have to get defensive. Think about it. A lot of the situations that go down in a friendship can easily, I think, be solved by just communicating, just talking, being honest and not taking things. You've said it before, not taking things too personal.
Well, what do you think?
I think. Look.
Do you agree or you have?
No, I do agree. I think having a not only just communication, because sometimes when you say communication, people think in the moment, in the heat of the moment.
No, it doesn't have to be
I think
in the heat of the moment.
some people might assume that.
Yeah.
What I think is you should take time off, reflect upon the situation, and sit, eye to eye, and talk it out in a place where you are both thinking logically, thinking straight. There's a
Yeah.
stability in the conversation, because I feel like problems usually arise when emotions are, and you don't want to fix the problem when the emotions are still in play,
Yeah.
because I feel like it never fixes the problem. It just elevates the problem.
Facts,
Yeah.
facts. What do you think?
I think it's a thing of everybody always says communication, but I think it's more of understanding. Communication without communication without understanding is rubbish, because all day, let's say for example you both piss me off, right? I could be like, you guys piss me off. But if you guys now think in your head, what did I do to piss him off? You're pissing me off, you're not understanding or listening to what I'm trying to communicate to you. It's just gonna be there's always gonna be that wall there, and it's gonna feel like you're just pouring water at a wall or punching a wall without any resolution. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I see what you mean.
And look,
open-mindedness?
yeah, maybe.
Something like that.
There's something I wanted to add before you finish up.
Yeah.
I remember seeing this quote. It said, "A good friend is a friend that's there when times in need, times of down. But a greater friend is a friend who's there when you are actually being successful. You know, a lot of your friends are your friends. You know, some people are always there for you to support you when you're down.
Yeah.
But there's people, no one else, like ever supports you when you actually accomplish something. You know, I feel like it's usually people would like congratulate you on Instagram, but no one goes to you, congratulates you. You know, makes you feel like you've actually had.
But don't you think that's where the fake friends come from, then? Because let's say you
But the thing is, it's
become
all
a pro
about
soccer
being
player,
genuine.
right?
It's all about being genuine. You know,
Yeah.
if there's a genuine person who actually goes out of their way to show you that you are appreciated in life, because you know everyone thinks, okay, a friend is someone who's there to support you, when you need support.
So, yeah.
But if there's no one there to
pat you on the back
when you actually do something good, what's the point of having friends?
Interesting.
So a friend shouldn't be someone that's just there to support you. Someone that's also there to congratulate you. You're trying to say, yeah. So
Interesting, because I would say that you'll get supposedly most of your friends when you're successful. When you have all these people coming, oh, remember me? You know, remember me from back then? They're trying to, you know, hit you up only because of what you're up now, basically.
are those your
You know?
friends? Or are those
Obviously, they're not
chasers?
your friends, but like, they still blast from the past. Because sometimes people truly never forget, man. Maybe you got into a disagreement with someone, and then later on in the future, when you accomplish something big, they're like, you know what? Maybe I could enter his life again. Now, are they real friends? I probably wouldn't say so, because they're only coming
For the good.
for the good.
And
But that's why I would say, I think when you have friends throughout your bad times, they're the real ones. Because when you succeed, they're inevitably gonna support you, don't you think? They're gonna be there. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, I remember when you hit your lowest point, but you were still there.
Yeah.
Now I'll give you that pound.
But do you think, one final question before we round it up, let's say for example someone is going through a friendship thing where like they're trying to figure out, should I end this friendship based on something that happened? When do you think is do you ever think there's a right time to end a friendship, or should you always be able to resolve situations in a friendship?
I think when you
disagreements in a
feel
friendship.
like you are not when you're being stepped on, when you're not being given the respect that you deserve in a relationship, when you are giving but not receiving, when you are finding it hard to communicate, when you see that they are disinterested in you as a person, I think that's when you should end a relationship, because the only thing you're doing is disgracing your own self. You know, the love that you have for yourself is no longer there. You know, you're going around trying to chase people when people don't want to be near you. You know, so you should just
cut it. What do you think?
I say the same, and I think I'd kind of wrap it all in the word of reciprocation. Yeah, if you don't get the same reciprocation, then you might as well just cut it off. Because if you keep it, it goes to show your standards, and I think the way you react to people teaches them how to treat you. So if somebody crosses a boundary and you let it slide, you're teaching them how to act, and you're teaching them that action is how they should treat you. But if you're able to check it when it happens, and your friend understands, then you're teaching them a new way of learning how to treat you, and they'll reciprocate that same energy. So I think reciprocation is very important, and if you're giving and they're not reciprocating that same energy, then have that self-respect, high esteem of yourself, and leave.
Well, be a good friend
Indeed.
to whoever, because and also just say hi or hello to someone.
Initiate,
you know,
man.
saying hi goes a long way. You
There's
never
a lot of
know,
good people in the world.
Exactly. You never know. You know,
It's true.
what day someone is having. You know, you could just be like, "Hey, how you doing?" You know.
I'm great, fine.
Yeah. You know, how
Now
you
we're
doing?
friends.
How you doing? You know, a simple "Hey, how you doing?" could go a long way. You know, respect and treat your friends the way you would want to be treated. Don't ever try to step on anyone, because you know it could get ugly. Yeah, you know. Yeah, no, not Messi. You could get Ronaldo. Anyways, but with love and guidance, of course, I'll be your boy Gigs.
I've been Ismail.
And I've been Mustafa.
Peace.